everyone, so today I want to talk about the moment of truth. Now this has been sitting in my list of TV shows to talk about for probably over a year actually, and I've never got around to doing it, and I don't know why, because this was one of my favourite shows. And when I was doing my notes for it last night, which basically my notes consist of the TV show name, the years it was released, which was 1998 to 2001, which honestly I thought it had a shorter run than that, the TV station it was on, which was ITV, and the presenter, which I knew anyway, was Cilla Black. So that's all my notes consisted of, and I was watching loads of clips on YouTube, because there are some, and I was just getting so excited. The Moment of Truth was one of the best shows of the 90s, and one of the last shows that I can remember involving real people. I think it went on to be, or there was a similar show afterwards called Celebrities Under Pressure, which had a similar theme, but involved celebrities. But this is just real people, real life mortal people rather than celebrities. And these families had to compete to win prizes. But the catch was, only one member of the family would be doing the task to win prizes for each family member. And it was sensational. There are two episodes I remember most, and I don't know if they're the same episode. I couldn't find it on YouTube. But the task, I think it was the father, had to learn to skip. And we're not just talking skipping like that, we're talking proper, really tricky skipping. And he'd have to go through different levels of skipping, and he'd have to perhaps skip for a certain amount of time, or he'd have to do so many skips without stopping or standing on the rope or whatever. And if he did that, his family would get the prizes. There are various different ones. For example, they had to learn to juggle, or they had to learn to race a go-kart. Really random things that are quite tricky, but they're not impossible. Plate spinning, certain trampoline things. Tend to be quite kind of physical. Bless me, I'm not even going to edit that out. Tend to be kind of physical things like that, or they had to memorise a certain amount of numbers, or they had to know a certain amount of pi. I know 3.14, and that's it. I used to know about the first 7 or 8, but I can't now. And if a member of the family got that far, they completed the task, the family would get the prizes, which is kind of weird, because normally with family shows, the whole family are being relied upon. But during their training, because normally would get in a professional to help them train, the family would still help them train, and that was always interesting. And we got to see video diaries of this family member progressing with their task, and then it would be on front of the live studio audience that Cilla would say, right, it's time for the moment of truth, and they have to do the task, and if they get it right, the family get the prizes. What I love most about this is that the family members get to pick the prizes. Now, I don't know if there were specific kind of guidelines, but the one I remember most, because obviously I was a little girl at the time. I was, how old when this came out? 6 when it came out. One of the girls in one of the families got, because the way the prizes were presented in sections, so each family member could see their prize in full for what their family member was going for. And the one I remember most was this little girl just got loads of Barbie stuff, like a Barbie playhouse and loads of Barbies and Barbie accessories. And me being a 6-year-old Barbie addict, I was like, I want that. So it is fantastic, and I think it's very unique in the sense that what they win, completely targeted towards the family. The fact that it's only one family member doing it is completely original, and I really miss it. And as I said, it did kind of go on to be, or have a similar program called, I think, Celebrities Under Pressure, don't quote me, which I may talk about in a different video, where basically the celebrities were the one doing the tasks for the family. And that's kind of bridging the gap between celebrity game shows and real people game shows, kind of incorporating both in one there. And then after it's just gone all tits up, and it's just all celebrity game shows nowadays, minus a couple. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. If you've never seen it, you must check it out on YouTube. I don't know if there are like American versions and Australian versions and things. This is strictly the British one I'm talking about. I know some people can't stand Cilla Black. When I was younger, I loved her. I loved her on Blind Date. I loved her in The Moment of Truth. There were other things I loved watching her on. Nowadays, I don't really see her on television. But nowadays, there are things that I will watch her on. I don't have a problem with her, but I don't go out of my way to watch her shows. But if you don't like Cilla, look past it. You will still love the programme. It is phenomenal. It's everything that was right with 90s television, or late 90s television. Sensational. I miss it loads. If it would come back, I'd not go on it. Actually, I would. It'd be quite interesting to go on. I'd love to apply to go on. I'd love to present it. Hello! Let me present The Moment of Truth. Please bring it back. I'd love it. Yeah. Yeah, but it is absolutely sensational. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!